Can you tell I'm excited? I'm super excited that you're here to be working with me in this capacity. I think that you were here for the resume and then you came back for the cover letter. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some good laughs. We're gonna learn, and I'm just gonna get you together because I want you to be your best self. Can you feel me? You can feel me. All right. So who am I? Oh yeah, that's important. Who am I? Tiara Davis. Let me slow down. I am Tiara Davis. Boom. Director of Career Services at Centenary College of Louisiana. Sometimes I like run through that and you don't really know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's who I am. And I'm here to talk you through your cover letter. I'm excited. I'm going to try to stay on task as much as I can. But again, I'm like on 10 right now. All right. So let's start with the header. I think it's important to start with the header because it just lets the reader know off the bat who you are. Sometimes people like to start with a date, but you don't really get to know who's writing the letter until the very end when they sign it. Put that letterhead at the top. I just also think it looks more polished and professional. Same thing I said for the resume. Address, you just need the city, the city, the state, and the zip code. You don't need the street address. If you want to know the why, go back to that resume video. Give me your email, give me your phone number. Make sure all of that information is what? Accurate. Make sure it is correct. Okay? Because if you have errors here, that means you might be making errors on my job. We don't want that. Clean that up. Give me a date. Make sure that date is accurate. Find someone to address your. Oh, my mom was called. Look, can you see that? My mom was called Mama Davis. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna call her back later. All right. So yes, sorry, that was a sidebar. What you want to do is make sure you have someone to address it to. A lot of times I see students write things like "to whom it may concern" in this section right here. Go look on the website to see who the hiring manager is. If that information isn't readily available, what you can do is you can go ahead and call HR to say, hello, I'm applying for this opportunity. What should who should I address my letter to? Cool. Any questions about that? Great. If you do have questions, you just have to email me because it's not like you can stop the video and be like, hey, T, it doesn't work like that. Anyways, stay on task, Tiara. Stay on task. You could do this. Introduction paragraph. This is important. Why is it important? You see how my voice is getting low? You know I'm about to bring that fire. Think of your introduction as a cupcake. In my opinion, the most important thing on a cupcake is that icing on the top, right? That's what you get to first. You don't really flip it over. Some people do flip it over on the bottom, right? So it's important for the introduction paragraph. Hook the reader with the best part. And what not to do is, what you don't want to do is, hello, I saw this job posting on snagajob.com and I decided to apply. We're not doing that. Or, hello, my name is Tiara Davis and I already know what your name is. I already know that you're applying. Why are you writing to me to tell me that you're applying for a job that I posted? I already know that. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me your why. Why are you here? Excuse me, not why are you here, but why this industry? What are you passionate about? Know your why. What is it about this work that you're committed to? I'll give you an example. My why is I am committed to the growth and development of all people. I use that some kind of variation of that opening no matter what job I'm applying for because that's what I'm committed to. So if you're going for a veterinary position, if you're going for economics position, maybe you're interested in building equality for all people. I don't know what your why is. Tease it out, figure it out. A little tip, I guess. Sometimes your why comes at the very end of the introduction paragraph. What you do is you take that sentence from the bottom, you stick it at the top. I do not want to see, hello, I saw you're posting online and I decided to apply. Don't do that. Don't do that because I'm just going to draw a line right through that. Tell me something unique about you. Tell me something that's going to set you apart from everybody else. All right? So let's get to those bullet points. Important to hook the reader with your why. Why are you here? Why are you passionate? What is it about this industry? You're just like, this is my jam. All right? Do that. You can do that in 1 to 2 sentences. Briefly highlight your skill sets, right? So as a member of your team, I aspire to bring a wealth of knowledge regarding education, regarding diversity, regarding collaborate. I don't know. I'm just kind of coming off the dome, but again, we can talk about that. But what skills do you bring to the table? Where do you find those skills? Or you're just like, I don't know, the job description, right? So those skills that they're looking for in the job description, you want to kind of parallel them. I don't want you to make anything up, right? But if they're like, we're looking for a communicator, we're looking for a thinker, we're looking for a leader, boom. Want to make sure those skills are outlined there as well. All right, just give them a taste in the introduction. Then you can close out with telling them what position you're applying for and then why you're interested in that. And again, we can talk about what that looks like. But for your first draft, I want you to at least try to answer those questions, and then I'll help you tease it out a little bit more. Cool? Body paragraphs. Stay with me. This can get a little This can get a little bit tricky. You see how like my voice is tricky? I'm hoping I'm not covering up anything with my recorder. Sorry about that. Can I push this up? Does that? Nope. Okay, let's just try it right there. All right. On your resume, I'm gonna try to go slow. On your resume, you have a series of experiences. What I want you to do is pick one or two experiences that are related to the job that you're applying for. So for example, if I'm gonna apply for a community center director at university, I'm gonna pick experience that's like maybe resident assistant and maybe my role as what was that other job? What's the job that you guys do where you like work with the first year students? Orientation leader, something like that, right? Because those two experiences speak to what I'm going to be doing probably as a community manager leader at this other job. Does that make sense? All right. So I got my two experiences that I'm going to talk about. Boom. Now, how do I write those paragraphs? I'm going to break it down for you sentence by sentence. All right. First thing you want to do for let's use the example of a resident assistant. You want to use those first two first. I'm getting too excited. Take your time. They're not going nowhere. Just relax. You want to use those first two sentences to describe what do you do. That's it. What I don't want to see is 17 million sentences talking to me about I did this, I did this, I did this. I don't want that. I can pretty much gather what you do on one or two sentences. That's all I need. Sometimes two sentences is going overboard. So tell me what did you do? That's it. Then you want to tell me what skills did you build. So as a resident assistant, you probably learn how to make schedules, how to communicate with others, how to collaborate, how to build relationships, there's a plethora of things that you probably learned how to do. Tell me that. Make sure those skills are transferable to what you're going to be applying to. All right. The next one, what did you accomplish? So what did you do really well? Bring out some of those achievements. All right. Talk about some of the things that you learned. And these things are usually 1 to 2 sentences. It doesn't have to go in that order. Sometimes what you learn comes first, or your accomplishments comes first. I just like the acronym SALT, so I did it in that order. But yes, again, as I said with the resume, tell me who you are. Tell me what you bring to the table. You can't do that just by listing, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did that. It doesn't work like that. I need your skills. I need your accomplishments. I need what you learned. I need what's transferable. All right? So that last part, transferable, that's really key. You kind of got to tie it all together for me, right? So you did all these wonderful things at this other job. That's cool. Why is it or how is it relevant or important to the job that you're applying for now? Does that make sense? So these skills are important to this position because it will allow me to, or it gives me the perspective to, or the understanding to, tie it together for me. Don't expect me to do it for myself. All right. And then I keep saying this, catch this gem. Make sure the information that you're providing is related to the job description. We're not just coming up with random things. The job description is really like a cheat sheet. It tells you exactly what the employer is looking for. Use the information that they're asking for. Give them what they're asking for. Ain't no secret. Give them what they're asking for. All right? The other thing I'll mention in the body paragraphs that I didn't really highlight here is you definitely want to make sure that if you can, in 1 to 2 sentences, do a little research on the company and try to embed that in there as well, right? So maybe if their mission statement and your personal values align, or your professional values, align, go ahead and say that. So let's talk about, I would rather talk about it offline because I'll go on a tangent, but I don't want you to forget that. So do all the skills, accomplishments, learn, transferable, but also do a little bit of research and embed that as well. All right? You're going to do that 2 times. This whole thing, you're going to do that for paragraph 1, for paragraph 2. Again, what I don't want to see is I don't want you to take the bullet points from your resume, just throw it in there and add some periods. We're not doing that because that shows that you're lazy. I need you to do the work. All right, conclusion. You see how I got all caps there? Do you know what that means? It's time for me to clap. Don't get lazy here. Don't do it. This is where you seal the deal. This is where you kind of bring it home. All right. It is not over yet. You see how I have it in there? Very urban. It ain't over yet. Don't close it out. All right. So you want to close out with, why are you the best fit for this position? Again, what I don't want to see is, I am the best fit for this position because, all right. Everything after that because is why you're there. So I'm the best fit for this position because I bring a wealth of knowledge within the economic and finance industry. Boom. That's a lot. You know what I mean? So again, tell me why you're the best fit for this position. Tell me what sets you apart from all of the other counterparts that are applying for the job. Restate your interest for restate your interest for working for the establishment that you're going to be applying for. Again, right? So Why am I talking so fast? One of those sentences like, as a member of your team, I aspire to, or as the director of career services, I'm looking forward to, right? I always like to write my cover letter in a way that I already kind of have the job. So I use the title in there. We can talk about that. So as an intern for the communications department, I'm looking forward to learning more or to creating, or you know what I mean? Bring it home. Let them know how they can contact you, even though it's already at the top. Yes, I already know. So I can be contacted via email. I'm going to list my email and I'm going to list my phone number. What I don't want to see is I can only be contacted during these times. I don't think we're in a place right now where we can tell people when they can't contact us. If you're not available, they'll leave a message and you can call back. Thank them for their time, and then sign out. I think it's also important to have an electronic signature. It just sets the tone. I didn't have mine there. Sorry about that. And then that's your cover letter. So what I want you to do is get this draft together. And then once you have your draft, you and I will talk through it line by line to really make sure you're articulating yourself clearly. Cool? Now let's get to some tips and tricks and traps to avoid like we did last time. Ah, man. I'm not prepared. I thought I had it up. I'm sorry. There it is. Okay. So I have it highlighted in yellow. Some things might be reiterated from the other video, but just bear with me. Again, make sure you meet with myself or your faculty member, anyone who has experience looking at cover letters to help you talk through your ideas. It's still important for you to read over your doc. This cover, you really have to read it out loud, because when you read things out loud, that's when you catch errors. That's why I want you to read it out loud. All right, I'm not just saying read it for fun, but when you're reading, again, you hear it just like, oh, that's not what I meant to say. Read it out loud, very slowly. All right, I had this one highlighted in yellow. I'm not really sure why it's highlighted in yellow, but your cover letter shouldn't exceed a page. When I see cover letters that exceed a page, my eyes go like, whoo, that's a lot, and then I generally don't read it. That's my personal preference. For undergrads, I think it's important for you to kind of keep that down to one page. I think that if you're a more seasoned professional, more VPs, I've seen that. For VPs and presidents, I've seen 2 pages, but I think 1 page for undergraduate students is a good safe spot. Tailor the document and be mindful of your audience. We've talked about that. That should not say know your resume. It should say know your cover letter. All of these things you already know. For the tricks, we've already went over those kind of things. Oh, the last bullet point for the tricks. Customize your cover letter for each opportunity. I wish I could just let that sit right there. I can't tell you the amount of cover letters that I've read. It's supposed to be written to Centenary College and is written to Shreveport College of Louisiana. Just like, oh, so you out here sending cover letters to everybody. I mean, we know that, yes, but don't make that error. Don't get caught up in that. So that's why it's important to read your document out loud, line for line, so you catch those small errors. Because I'm looking for any reason to throw that cover letter in the trash. And if I am the director at Centenary College and the cover letter you send me says Shreveport College of Louisiana, oh, it's going in the trash, big boy. It's going in the trash. Because you don't respect me. You didn't even edit it. We're not doing that. All right. All right. So we talked about these traps already. We talked about making sure that you're not copying the job description. We're not taking the resume content and throwing it in the cover letter. It shows that you're lazy. We talked about lying. We talked about all these things. All right. Let's get the last word. The last one for 5 traps to avoid. I said, don't use a generic cover letter for every single job. If you write, you see that? If you write is generic, it will read generic. You see why it's important to edit? I didn't edit this. If you write it generic, it will read generic. And so what I mean by that is, let's say that you're interested in 3 different industries. Mine are teaching, counseling, and let's say diversity and inclusion. I have a cover letter for each industry, but I still tailor things to make sure that it's aligned with the different positions that I'm applying for, right? It's not just a generic cover letter. Does that make sense? It's important for you to put nuances from each different job so it shows that you did the work for that position. I'm not sure if I'm conveying myself clearly, but I'm running out of time. All right. The last thing I want you to do is make sure that you market your strengths, not your flaws. I don't want to see, I struggle to make good grades. What are you good at? What do you bring to the table? All right. I want to thank you for coming to this session. Again, it's just a quick overview. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to meeting with you. I got 16 seconds, so you know what that means. It's time for the cover letter dance. Cover letter dance. Cover letter dance. Book an appointment with me. I'm waiting for you. No